the others no more.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals.
Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they did not won a playoff game since January of 1991. They are now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams. 2 previously to Joe Montana, the 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their 5th win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for 2nd all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And everyone was quick to say after a heartbreaking loss in last year's Super Bowl, don't worry, Joe Burrow will get back here again. But we all knew that was no guarantee, yet he's lived up to it 1 year later. Here he is leading the Bengals back for a shot at redemption in his 2nd Super Bowl appearance.
Come on, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember their wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try to prevent that from happening again.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
Well, we all know this past offseason that Aaron Rodgers had options, and there's a possibility he might leave Green Bay. But he chose to return to the only franchise he's known, and for the second time, has them playing in the Super Bowl.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a 2nd option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st down, here's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. With a 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the defense closes quickly there and will get maybe a yard to the 33. About
much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
1-1, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run.
Here we go.
But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
50 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Burrow will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Now Cobb to return. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Rodgers to throw once more. Open man, here is Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. After an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught at the 7.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Jones again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's third and goal.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, 29 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
It's a tight game here early. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off for big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
Mixon. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Gun.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt. And here's Taylor on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1 from the gun to give to Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Perky with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
From midfield now, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Burrow will throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers to throw once more. And Lazard's got it again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through to the pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the delay, Jones. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. will come in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Taking it about the 1. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Packers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break. But we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. An inside give to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Up the middle, Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
To throw is Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air again, Burrow. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.